UFOs, as in us and explanation. UFOs, us and explanation.
UFO,
us, yeah, and explanation.
I see what they did there.
Tongue twister right there. And you know who did that? That's Tom Zenner did that.
Oh.
Senator Marco Rubio told 60 Minutes. Senator
Oh.
Marco Rubio told 60 Minutes the UFO is real and the Pentagon needs to investigate. This is a VT Post story. Sunday night, Florida Senator Marco Rubio went on 60 Minutes and said there have been enough credible sightings lately to warrant some explanations and a full-fledged investigation by Congress. Rubio is the head of the Senate Intelligence Committee, so not only is he privy to classified info, what's going on, he is also in a position to help do something to try to figure out what these space vessels are doing here. The point Rubio made on 60 Minutes was Tase's flying objects are a serious risk to national security. Rubio demanded that the Pentagon prepare a report on what they know about the UFOs, and report should be available within a month. Anyways, did you guys see the video the other day? Like a bunch of videos coming out and pilots saying, look, I don't want to talk about it. I'm not somebody that wants to go on television, but I tell you, we've seen some weird things out there. Where are you at with UFOs, Tom? You and I have never had this conversation before.
When you got blasted up to space and the aliens did the probe to you, what were your first thoughts?
No, the
By the way, speaking of UFOs, I got to get a shout out to Caroline. This tea is out of this world.
Really?
Thank you.
There you go.
I appreciate that. Respect.
Hey, that's
Caroline.
very nice. UFOs and out of this world. Very good. So you
see what I did there. All right. Tell us about the probe. Go ahead.
So what you did. The No. This is crazy. This like reminds me of a
Tom, we're joking. We're messing.
It's
here.
like
Go
a
ahead. UFOs.
South Park episode where Cartman ended up with a satellite dish coming out of his butt. Remember that? I think something bad happened up there to me.
All right, Tom.
But so here's what I think. There are too many videos out there that are really credible. The Navy guys in San Diego, and you've got the pilots, you got the recording of the pilots talking, and there was something going on down there. They talked about the Tic Tac, that it was a Tic Tac shape. And
it just disappeared, went underwater.
Yeah, or something.
Yeah.
And they actually saw surface disturbance, So, I don't know.
Tom, do you believe in UFOs or no? That's the question. Everybody wants to know this. Does the biz doc believe in UFOs? Is he going to do a case study on UFOs?
I don't think I believe in like these elaborate civilizations or living under the crust of the earth. No, or living underwater. But I believe that there's something out there that's moving pretty quickly, and there's some sort of phenomena. And is it defense phenomena? And one part of the defense, isn't talking to the other part of the Defense Department about what they're doing. I don't know. I think it's I think it's a little creepy, and I can't explain what I've seen. And you've got so many videos that it's not guys at home using, Final Cut Pro to make something really kind of weird and interesting.
I mean, they're showing it on Today, on History Channel, on Fox, on CNN, on MSNBC, that this thing goes up, boom, goes underwater, boom, 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 just moving really quick. So
yeah, I believe that.
They interviewed a guy who was with the CIA. He says, we're not saying it is a UFO. We're not saying it is a
rap.
Yeah, we're not saying
we're not
it
against
is.
UFOs.
All we're saying is it may even be something used by our enemies. It could be Russia, it could be China. They don't know what it is. All I'm asking you, Tom, specifically you. This is on the record. Your kids are watching right now.
Yes.
Brooke and Bailey are in school. They're ditching school just to watch you on the podcast here right now.
That would happen.
That would happen. So do you believe somewhere out there there's UFOs?
I believe there are UFOs, but I don't believe in some other civilization someplace.
You don't. So you don't believe there's a exactly duplicate of Earth somewhere else out there in the space.
Well, if there is, I want to go find the me that's out there and ask him if he's in trouble with his wife too. So,
wow.
How about you?
What would you
I'm not. No on civilizations, but yes, that there's phenomena and these things that are flying. There's something real.
Here's what I trust in. Okay. Here's what I trust in. Okay. I trust in math. And what I mean by math is the fact that if math tells us how much stuff is out there that we haven't yet done research on, math is probably leaning towards the fact that there's probably civilization out there. There's probably aliens out there. Math. I'm a math guy. Math is leaning towards there's got to be something out there. What that is, I have no idea. But there's definitely got to be something out there if you think about math. So you know how underwater, you ever seen the movie Megalodon? I don't know if you ever seen the movie Megalodon.
Yeah, with the ridiculous shark.
So what's more real? You believe more a Megalodon exists or UFOs exist? Tom, Megalodons or UFOs? Folks, if you're listening to this.
Megalodon.
Today, though. Today. Not years ago.
No, I think
Megalodon.
Today. Do we have a Megalodon today?
Yes.
Or do we have UFOs today?
No, I
I'm
don't
going
think
with the
so. I don't
big-ass
think there's a
shark.
Loch Ness monster. I don't think there's a megalodon.
You don't believe there's a Megalodon?
No, not down there.
You
too.
believe there's
More than an alien, yes.
Do you believe there's a Megalodon?
Yes, Megalodon.
Megalodon. You believe there's a Megalodon? Sam doesn't. Kai, is there a Megalodon?
I
Well, in
would say
Norway-
there's some sort of creatures like that. I don't know if specifically if like a
I'm talking Megalodon, like a gigantic, bigger than one of these whale sharks that's could eat a whale shark if it wanted to. It's massive. 60 feet, 100 feet shark.
I think
all
that's
the way
more
up.
likely than aliens coming
at the
from.
depths
No, I
of the
don't- I don't think
oceans.
so.
I wouldn't underestimate it.
So you think there's more likely?
What are you going with?
You think there's more?
You're a math guy, so what's the math on this?
Well, it's a lot easier to go a few miles underwater
Yeah.
than it is to go millions of miles in space.
Okay.
Which means if we have a few thousand miles to go underwater, whatever couple, how deep is the deepest part of the ocean? Do we know?
The Marianas Trench is the deepest part of the ocean.
How deep is that?
I thought it was like the inverse of Everest. Kai looked this up. I thought it was like 35,000 feet, the exact inverse of Everest.
So
or
it's
something.
By
about
the
what?
way, it's pitch black down there.
Sure it is.
The
There-
fish even got like
Kai, help me out
light
there.
bulbs coming off their head.
the deepest,
Marianas Trench.
Deeper than the abyss.
how deep is it? 2,500 kilometers in length, 69
Yeah, there it
width,
is.
200
Minus 36. Yeah, I thought
That's
it was
pretty
like,
damn deep.
Yeah, and how big is
11,000 meters deep.
Yeah, 36,000 feet.
Tom, what is that in miles?
Well, mile is 5280, so it's closing in on 7 miles.
7 miles deep. Okay, so here's the thing. Just think about it. Okay, now go and see how deep is the space. Like, how far can the space go? You know what the answer?
Infinity. What do you mean?
Infinity.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
the point. So if the space,
How far is the atmosphere or the
how much ocean has been discovered? Okay, leaves
You hear that?
unexplored. Yeah. Okay.
approximately 5% of the ocean has been discovered.
Okay,
It
that's
leaves
great.
95% of the ocean.
Okay, I get it, but
that's
what?
ridiculous.
Okay, now go do the same thing with space.
99.999.
That's the point.
Okay.
So if I'm
So
a
you're
math
basically
guy,
saying you believe in aliens versus the megalodon.
no, what
Is
I'm
that fair
trying to say is it's a lot easier to find out if we have a megalodon because you're dealing with whatever few miles versus it's mathematically very. Can you pull it up, Kai, or no?
Well,
It's mathematically extremely challenging to find out what is in space that's infinity. How do you find that infinity? You can't. So I'm going to lean towards we've only explored roughly 5% of the ocean. Yeah, and then we've explored an infinitely smaller percentage of space. So I'm going to say there's more likely to be aliens than a megalodon. That's what I'm banking on.
Okay.
What are the odds in Vegas, by the way? What are the odds in Vegas? Is Vegas saying megalodon?
Well, I think
or
you just did
UFOs?
it right here. You've got this.
Do you know? You see
you
it?
went, yeah, okay.
So to me, I think I think there's some UFOs out there. I don't know what's going to happen with
I
it.
have
but
some thoughts on this.
Say
just
it.
With the
Go ahead.
UFOs. Okay, so number one, why every time that they see, okay, number one, I think it's important to establish that a UFO is an unidentified flying object. Just because it's a UFO doesn't mean it's an alien. It's just something that they don't know what it is. It's unidentified. It
yeah.
could be a drone. It could be a plane. It could be a hot air balloon. It could be, a megalodon that's flying. Who knows what's going on? It's a UFO. It's unidentified. Number two, why every time that there's quote unquote footage of this stuff, it looks like, your nanny cam that's in your baby's bedroom that you can
From
barely
10
see
years
what-
ago, and it's real
exactly.
fuzzy.
Why is it always something you can't? So there was one pilot who said, "Yeah, I went up there every day. I saw something every day." This was a big 60-minute. So you went up there every day. You saw a UFO. You didn't want to bring a dope camera with you. You didn't want to let anybody know. You just kind of kept this your little secret every day. No, I don't know. And then the last thing, how I know for a fact there's no aliens, there's no UFOs, because when you become president of the United States, they tell you all the secrets.
Nah, give it up.
And if they told Trump there's some aliens, that mother sucker is telling people, oh, I know there's aliens. He can't keep a secret.
So if you enjoyed this little short segment from the podcast that we did, here's another short segment to watch. Or if you want to see the entire podcast, click over here. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.